why nowadays the mental health workers are taken very seriously. And what are the things that can affect the mental well-being of an individual? Not necessarily restricted to the workplace. What happens at the work environment can be carried on to the workplace to affect the mental well-being of the individual. Take a relationship at the workplace, the bosses, with colleagues, and even with junior colleagues and with clients. For instance, in this area, we deal with the public. Our relationship with the public also is one of the determinants of mental well-being. And again, this can contribute for man our productivity. And that is why, because mental well-being or mental illness can affect the productivity of the individual. That is why it's taken very seriously nowadays. I'm sure Dr. Ayala Roberts can attest to it that in their department, there is usually industrial health units, which means for some centuries, the health or the well-being of workers have been taken seriously. But I'm afraid that in some settings, the mental health aspect of the well-being of the workers are still not well regarded. And we know that sometimes, most especially in this part of the world, when somebody is mentally ill, he or she will not be physically down, but there's a lot of emotional turmoil going on in the individual. For instance, I will take depression. If an individual is depressed, there may not be motivation, there may not be the willingness to do anything. And as far as the host and the colleagues are concerned, it's physically well, they will not understand the travail, the emotional turmoil is going through that is affecting the productivity. In the same way, some people can, instead of such income, can get to maladaptive behaviors such as substance use, which can worsen their motivation. And that is why the mental well-being should be taken seriously, because it may not be easily recognized, and it can affect the productivity of the individual. It can affect the relationship of the individual with colleagues and with members of the public, especially in this type of setting where we have to deal with clients of the public. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I will come to you, Dr. Mary, your opening statement on the topic.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure being here to talk on this topic that is very apt, considering our current situation and the situation of living in this country now. I'm going to look at it from two perspectives: mental health as from an individual perspective and mental health at work. Because first, before you get to work, you have to be yourself, and you have other factors that can influence you. And that is what actually you bring to work. And that is why we try to talk about mental health at work. Paul has tried to paraphrase the definition and have given you info about what mental health is. And let me go put exactly what the WHO says. So we're able to see the four components of mental health and see how we're making them up to date. According to the WHO, mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his potential, is able to cope with everyday normal stresses, can work productively and fruitfully, and can contribute to the society meaningfully. Now look at the four components. It begins from you at home before you go to work and everywhere you go to. How are you able to realize your potential? And in attempt to realize it, you see yourself in the workplace. Now, there is a problem with that. In the workplace, there are what? Objectives and goals. And you are coming to the workplace with your own what? Goals. And if you adventure your goals do not tally with that of the organization, what do you think will happen? You're going to be stressed. And that is the beginning of your mental health problem. Now let's look at the other one to cope with normal stresses of life. On a daily basis, stress is important in our existence. But the problem is how we cope with our stresses and stresses. And that is where subjectivity comes, individual differences. A lot of people will cope with adverse work situations simply because they have some resident personality traits or they have learned to adapt to that situation in a more favorable way. So what other students might not be able to do that. So what do? We need to talk about stresses. Now, what about working productively and fruitfully? And this really is really important in any organization that should work a hierarchy of authorities in order to maintain law and order. There's some people are willing not to obey others. And when they do that, they might not work productively. That is what we should go. And the final aspect of the better about that is contribution to society. In all that we do, however little society will can do on daily basis to be able to impact benefit to the society. Like some people said, it's nice to give, but how much of societal input have you made in your life? And when you do that, it's that you feel good about yourself. I was giving a topic the other day on finding happiness. Yes, when, like you say, there is no health without mental health. You want to talk about physical health without considering your what? Mental health, because they go very pursuit. So invariably, we have things to work. We have to maintain our good mental health balance before we pursue any goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Looking at what each of our panelists have said, Professor Dalton has raised a very important aspect of looking at mental health in the workplace, paying attention to the fact that in our workplace, we're dealing with a multidisciplinary care setting. So there are going to be all the various issues that we mentioned, factors that are individual, factors that relate to our clients, people who receive, whether patients, families, etc. And of course, factors that relate to the environment. So I know also raised another not important issue that mental health hasn't been previously recognized, and that there are factors outside the workplace. Mention family, and most importantly, transport to and fro, your commute to and from the workplace that also impacts on the level of productivity of the staff member at work. And face the famous D word, depression. So we're going to focus a little bit on that. And Dr. Mel, of course, brought it from two perspectives, but most importantly, highlighted 4 components of mental health, which I had not even thought about, and that is, yes, you know about the well-being, but 2, 3, and 4 are achieving your full potential, being able to cope with stressors, and how to contribute to society. So, I'm going to jump into the very first question, because everyone is going to be saying, yeah, right, okay, those are the problems. And no matter which way you define it, the problem still remains the problem. We're now interested in the solution. So now coming to Professor Badri, within our multidisciplinary care center that defines the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, can you give us some particular, I wouldn't call them tips, I'll call them important strategies for ensuring mental health in the workplace? And I would like you to take it from the 3 domains you mentioned: the individual, facing the clients, and the environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We can look at this by enumerating a number of measures that can assist the healthcare setting like this. But while doing that, we must also recognize the fact that all units do not bear the same burden of work. For instance, in ICU, casualty, and a few other settings, the work burden and the attrition rate is quite different from when you are working in the DPOT, for example, general patient clinic. Now, the potential for every individual is there, but if an individual is unable to realize it, they can be problematic and challenging and attenuate and affect the care. So the CIMA should be able to institute deliberate policies to identify how workers can realize their potential. Of course, this can be done by training, capacity building, and so on and so forth. That's Two, there should be effective channels of communication, whereby there are hierarchy, no doubt, but there should be channels of communication wherein the assembly can be reached, not necessarily through personal contact, inter-contact, a lot of suggestion boards, the other thing can be done, email, Instagram, and so on. So that if these are friendly and they are sensitive to work out, if they are challenging, they can quickly address that. And so the potential of those tasks could actually be taken care of. Again, there should be opportunity for deliberate annual vacation. I can't remember in the last 40 years that I've not been on sabbatical. I asked myself, am I not compromising my mental health? Annual vacation. Most academic staff do not enjoy the annual vacation. There's very small work for them. So the institution will use a deliberate policy where in US and Canada and UK, they shut down the system from pillar or thereabout. Everybody gives and read that. But here, we want to work one session, they will take it another one. And then the student that came for education, I only tell you. So the institution can have deliberate policy, the annual vacation, exercise, public behavioral therapy, social intervention, and so on and so forth. Can actually be there to ensure that workers' interests are identified definitively, and these are made through scientific evidence-based policies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Now, please, from your perspective, from your point of view of the consulting room where you're sitting, you mentioned the D word. Can you give us a bit more insight into the prevalence, the determinants, the distribution, the deterrence of depression? Is it just something that happens when your spouse dies or you have a major life disappointment?
Thank you very much. I just mentioned depression as an example of mental health challenges in the place of work. I will mention the others that are the commoner or are not as common as depression. Some of the mental health challenges or mental health complications that are usually associated with the workplace include things like stress, executive stress, particularly those at the top of the organogram of the institution, where they are under a lot of pressure from which is a number of challenges, stress or executive stress. Then burnout syndrome. Two of them might be similar, but there are subtle differences. Burnout syndrome can also be experienced in the places of work. Then anxiety disorder. Anxiety with regards to meeting targets, most especially in workplace organization where they prescribe targets for workers. This can be quite common, for instance, among the bankers and other financial institutions, where they are giving targets to meet with stipulated time. So they can experience a lot of anxiety, anticipating anxiety of not being able to meet with the target. Then we have the action. The other common mental health complications in places of work can also include sleep disorders, sleep problems, most especially insomnia. And this is quite common among workers that don't shift. These have been taken into cognizance centuries ago. And in the past few decades, people have been able to mitigate the by giving some base of the workers that are on shift. Then again, there can be exacerbation of pre-existing mental health illness in people at the place of work, especially when they are faced with the stress of work. So it's a common mental health complications. Now let me take on depression. Depression is quite common. What commoner than what people expect? At any point in time, epidemiological studies have shown that at any point in time, up to 20 to 30% of people may have outright depressive illness. And greater than this percentage, even as high as 50% can have the symptoms of depression that may not be manifested as full depression. So it's very common. And the problem is that it is usually very difficult to pick up because some of the psychological symptoms of depression, they are confined to the individual, like depressed mode, extreme forms of sadness, a motivation, and what we call academia, that is not of interest. It things that will normally stimulate interest in the individual. Then firstly, there's something they can have some physical complaints, like something crawling in their body or internal. So these are the subtle symptoms that people with depression can present with. So it may not be easy for people around people to pick up this depression. And even doctors, medical doctors, and especially non-psychiatric doctors, sometimes can miss the diagnosis. And that is why it is only when this depression becomes so severe that is affecting the productivity extremely and is causing the current absenteeism for work and maybe certain complications like even attempted suicide or talking about suicide that some people will pick up this problem. And that is why it's very important to be able to work closely with ourselves in our places of work. Now we are our brother's keeper. To pick up some of these subtle challenges of mental well-being in our places of work, you and I, we are one another's keeper. Your colleagues at work, they should be the first one to observe if something is wrong with this individual, especially if there's observed change in the mood, if there's observed change in behavior, if there's observed change in interaction, if there's observed change in productivity, level of productivity. For instance, procrastination is still in depression, whereby they pick up to study what they should do, what they should have done, size pile up in productivity. So when you observe these subtle behavioral changes, they should be red flags to us. Those should be one another paper to be able to put their hand to the authorities can be. But most of the time, one of the major problems we have as psychiatric clinicians is stigma. Because of stigma, people are hesitant. People are hesitant to relay their mental health problems to others. And this stigma is also affecting even colleagues reporting their colleagues with mental health challenges to the authority. So we need to work seriously against stigma. And that is why we need to campaign about mental health and mental well-being in our places of work.
Thank you very much. And I feel there are great more questions than answers, and there are several things you are putting down, and I'm sure the audience will put it down, and we're going to explore a little further. But I would like Dr. Obe to, because you mentioned a very important part of it, individual coping strategies. And from your consulting group, I would like you to throw a bit more light on what are the possible individual coping strategies you have come across that work or not work, whatever the case may be.
Thank you very much for that information. Like I said, what we talk about dealing with stressors, the approach is very accordingly individuals. That's what we're talking about subjectivity. The first approach is for you to be able to identify the stressors. A lot of people don't know what the associates of stress are. And in such condition, they won't know what to do. They'll be broken in the dark. So, but when you are able to identify, then you start to give a solution. I've encountered different strategies. One, those ones that are adaptive, those ones that are not also adaptive. Let us look at the not very adaptive, like avoidance. In the workplace, a lot of people try to avoid situations, even though it is killing them. Simply because in their box, they won't talk, and they're dying silently. That is going to affect their what? Productivity. Avoidance coping is not a very good word. Problem solving skill. Then some other people use emotion focused coping. That means instead of defining what the problem is, they start seeking emotion. Okay, why must he always be? Why is this person looking at me? Then you have to look at what the problem is. You can cross from now to whatever. The problem will remember us on stuff. Now, what we are advocating is what we call problem focus coping, which very different persons trying to use. In fact, I've done a study now among those staff, Only very few people use problem-focused thought. What does that mean? You identify what this problem is. You look at your resources to deal with the problem. You break it down into basic components and you start taking them out as you can. That way, you are not easily overwhelmed. But not everybody can do that because we have a lot of emotion around things. And that's why it is pretty important we define our goals before we get into any organization. Why are you here? Because you are going to target the organizational goal, because that is the question. And then we have other things. How do you see their relevance in an organization? Such persons who see that the organization value develop kind of president and they are willing to die for the cause of the organization. It is always very realistic. Another persons coming here simply because of what they think they are getting from the organization. They are not committed. They get in here, they know what they want, and move on. They don't care the quality of their job. These are some of the ways people tend to deal with their clients. But there is also a very important point. Some people are already stressed about home, and they don't know how to call them home to certain situations. They transfer their aggression to their patients. That is pretty bad. And that's why when I started talking about it is not only in the workplace you encounter stresses. So the job now is how do you separate whatever stresses you are bringing from home and that of the workplace? Taking into consideration the kind of job we're doing Luth there as caregiving. And we know caregiving brings a lot of people on board, especially programs that Prof mentioned. People always want it. But how do you separate it from transparent patriotic tendencies to their patient? And that is where we start talking about what? Identifying who you are, identifying your purpose, then understanding what emotional stability is, understanding what works for you as an individual, and then knowing your obligation to the community as well as your patient. So these are the things every individual needs to deal with. And from a professional perspective, it is pretty not easy. Except like people like us that when you what is called self-analysis, within 60 hours, you understand what your strong points and weaknesses are. And so that you can check that when you deal with it and don't transfer some of those negative elements you can.
Thank you very much. While we organize the questions that are coming in from our online audience and our audience seated here, Isfake is going to give us a few housekeeping.
Wow, it's getting better and better, more information. Mental health, we all sure need it. I would really like to acknowledge heads of department here present, some of our consultants and those online. Present online is the Director of Administration. It's online with us, Dr. Babajide Grillo. Thank you for joining us, sir. We also have the SEMA, Professor Wasiu Adeyemo is also online with us. We have Mrs. Doherty of Social Work is also online with us, and several other staff and colleagues across the globe online with us. Thank you so much for joining us. On set here we have with us Mrs. Istuola of School of Midwifery, Mr. Awe Physiotherapy Department, Mrs. Ashamo of School of Cosmetic Science, Fulfilling nursing, Professor Nokoya, Ophthalmology Department, Dr. Abe of Medicine, Dr. Shoyebi of Radio Diagnosis, Mrs. Olatejo, Aesthetics and Nutrition Department. We have Fansalio, President Statuary. We have with us today, Mrs. Oluyemi Grillo. Thank you for coming. We have Dr. Obena with us of Hematology and Blood Transfusion, Dr. Femi Bankole Surgery, Mrs. Ewenzo, Head Clinical Services and Training, Professor Odeyemi of Community Health. We have with us Mrs. Okorua, Head of Pension and Gratuity Unit, Mr. Nejo, Head of Schools and Week, Mr. Showemiko, Head of Staff Welfare and Development, and several other staff and senior staff with us here. I can see Mr. Panimeni right there. If I have not called you, I'm sure it's not out of disrespect. I can see Mrs. Martin, Finance and Accounts. You're all welcome to the second run of Luth and 60 lecture. Thank you. Dr. Kelly.
Once again, starting on the existing protocol, I would like to welcome everyone and to our discussants. Thank you so very much. At this point, we just want you to know that the discussion today is an interactive session. That is, it is participatory. We want everyone to be part of this discussion, especially as we are discussing mental well-being in the workplace. So far, we've all had it. During the last lecture, we mentioned that productivity is the epitome of public service life. And today, we've had it again that productivity in workplace depends largely on mental well-being. We've all heard that mental health will stand on three major points: your potentials, how you realize it, how you take it, and fusion the workplace. That is meaningful education. And we don't add that stress is not entirely bad. The stress is important. The only important thing is that we should all identify our cause of stress. Along the line, we are learning communication as a mentioned and an important. Our reason why their mental is because of stigma. And I just told that our president is not being technique. So as we move on, I will hand over the microphone to the faculty. That was of Dr. Alero. The first set of questions. We start submitting those ones that don't want to indicate. But I can assure you, we have experts in the house. And it's not just the end of it. After the discussion today, we'll speak with our. And at this first one, I want to pause to give the governance to the management of Lagos University. And I will agree with you that it's new. Now I want to be looking at people, the Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Karen. Do you have any questions from the online audience here today? So there's one very important thing that Professor Badru mentioned, and I don't want it to not go unchallenged, so to speak. The aspect of vacation, taking a break. We all know, head knowledge, how important it is. In fact, a very good note did state that the Almighty Creator himself took a break, 7th day, and rested. Can you explore that a little further for us, particularly from your perspective, both as a nursing tutor and a medical social worker?
Thank you very much. The issue of having a vacation, annual leave, maternity leave, all these are very, very important. Whether we like it or not, our body will demand a break, even when we don't give that body a break. But it's important that if the management will institute deliberate policy to ensure that people enjoy, because sometimes when you have to apply, you see you have to apply for vacation leave. If you are pregnant, that's understood. Because some individuals will even work at the they want to give back even at the workplace, right? They want to say, well, I want to enjoy it and see it or say, or whatever. So if there is a deliberate policy and there are SOP to that, that if you are pregnant, this is what your entitlements are. If you are a worker, be a core clinical staff, non-core clinical staff, this is your entitlement. And even if someone wants to work against his or her interest, the immediate leader of that team, of that is that look, write those things and ensure that you apply as at when and the management also endorses it. Because if you apply and your immediate boss, right, does not endorse it to the right order, right? They see that doing that with that. Again, people do shift duty. People are on call. Sometimes the answer that I want, a lot of people are thinking for that. Now, for whatever it is work, some people believe that if they enjoy the vacation, right? The college allowance, the asset allowance, the story that was mentioned that some individuals actually work against them. The institutions sometimes work against the interest of work. But since we are getting this a new kind, some people will actually wake up very early in the week, around 3 or 4 years. And so they want to sleep in the office. And so if the institution does and ensure that there is a deliberate policy that everybody keeps into and the management ensures that this is fair, that will assist the work. And in any case, we're interested in productivity and efficiency. We're also interested in the welfare of our workers. And so when they are and they're doing the best, and the goals are set that they are met, and there are 40 performance indicators to show that these are met. And if these are done, I'm quite sure that we are likely to have our desired goal and organizational objective met. If not, we will be working at counterproductive level. That will be my answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Badru. In the same thing, as I know, you mentioned this very important aspect of executive stress and burnout. Question: is executive stress only for top management? Those of us who are not top management are having to deal with the demands of top management and lead a team. The so-called middle management, I know that providers management level in any workplace. Can we talk a bit more about this issue of executive stress, maybe even non-executive stress, burnout, and among the middle level, those of us who have both bosses and people under us?
In terms of stress, it's very difficult to very exhaustively on this topic. I'll just bring up some salient points. When stress has to do, the thing originated from physics, whereby any elastic thing to stretch it is expected to go back to the normal length. But when you stretch it beyond certain tension, and you release the tension, you won't go back to the original level. So these are the extrapolated by the clinical psychologists like the human behavior of psychology. It is a situation whereby the individual is undergoing a lot of challenges in which the coping mechanisms in the stress are affecting the individual one way or the other. Now, it's not all stresses that are normal. We all require some level of stress, we call you stress, to be able to function, to be able to wake up, dress up, come to our places of work, face challenges at work. We all require some level of stress. But when the stress is becoming counterproductive, it's not affecting our well-being. That is the abnormal stress that we are talking about. It's not limited to executives alone. Virtually every worker can experience stress. Let me take, for instance, the other nurses. They're always under a state of tension and stress. This time we need to be theater because running around the well-being of the patient that is on the table. They are anesthesiologists. They are always under the stress. The emergency as Professor Barker mentioned, when casualties are brought, you see people on the head asking. Even sometimes when you come to my unit, it can be very stressful, especially when we have very violent patients. So there is no category of worker, especially in this type of sector, that cannot undergo stress. Even the administrators, everybody, one way or the other, we can undergo a lot of stress. So, but the one executive is just for decision makers, but by the time every worker in the organization can experience stress. And that brings in the factors. What are the factors that can cause all this problem? But the factors that can cause stress and mental health challenges at work, as I mentioned earlier, they are not limited to workplace. It can be within the individual. It can be from the home environment. It can be within the place of work. It can be in the larger society. For instance, within the individual, what are the factors that can cause stress and mental health challenges at place of work? If an individual is suffering from chronic debilitating illness, this can give rise to mental health challenges, especially chronic illnesses that may not be responding appropriately to treatment. Terminal illnesses, all these can affect the well-being of the individual, can cause a lot of stress to the individual. And in the home environment, if there is spousal problem, violence, disagreement, or even problematic children, children with chronic illnesses, sickle cell disease, chronic asthma, debilitating illnesses of children, it can affect the parents when they are at work. When they are working, they are thinking about the problematic children at home. And we all know, even in the United society now, insecurity, fear of abduction, fear of running into armed robbers, to travel is a problem. All these can affect the well-being of the individual and place of work. But the factor is not on the place of work. But the problem is still carrying on to work. Then remuneration. Many people complain their remuneration, money paid, not meeting up with the financial challenges, and so on and so forth. Even at place of work, you see some people coming for counseling. They have mental health challenges, stress, some is stagnated on a particular grade level. Victimization for bosses that will not allow them to be promoted. I've seen quite a number of people coming for counseling with it. And again, aside from that, some people they don't have clue to their places of employment. They don't have clue or an idea of the workplace there. Now, this can cause a lot of challenge today. Then the job professional value that they have these days. Then again, the college industrial complex, all these problems, people carry them to places of work to affect them because of stress or other mental health challenges. So these are some of the issues. Now, when we talk of burnout, it's a bit similar to stress, but it's a bit different. It's actually when the individual is completely worn out for overwork, from excessive workload, is worn out, is overwhelmed. There's not feeling of being overwhelmed. There's that feeling of declining productivity for excessive assignment or being overwhelmed from the work challenges. There.
Thank you very much. I will actually jumped into the area that brings the big elephants into the room, into professional rivalries, industrial unrest, and of course, insecurity in the wider society, which includes remuneration and adequate rewards. So, you've introduced me, but I'm going to jump to Dr. Omen, a clinical psychologist, to address some of these issues. I know we can't touch it out completely, but just highlight the few of the salient points and then start gathering your thoughts on the three of the coping strategies. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. Now, we're going to have points you listed classified as external stresses. There external because that's emanating from the individual. The consequences of the individual's environment. Now, one thing anybody who goes to work consider is safety on the job. How safe are you on the job? An individual perceives this differently, and it's a big factor there. I'm going to bring out some of those major factors, and I'll try to analyze them. Then, part of the job situation is when your needs are not met, and that means what? Strike. And that becomes another factor there. Then, how are we going to deal with some of this? That is incredible. And it leaves us with one very pertinent question. And that is one of the debate on most organizational unrest. In every organization, there is always a goal that our company is trying to target. So private organizations, they are trying to maximize profit. So service organizations like the one behind provide the best of care service. Now, the issue is, much as there have been a paradigm shift that in the Western world, the use of robots to do the activities of men are related to the language. But to what extent can that function in healthcare delivery or service delivery? Now, that means we still need to invest in the individual. And if an individual is not emotionally stable, the tendency is that those neurotic tendencies will transfer one way or the other to the patient, or to the person who's taking care of. And how are we going to take care of these individuals? That's where the individual needs comes in. How is the organization meeting the basic needs of this individual? One of the major predictors of organizational welfare used to be salary. But in recent times, remember we're talking about the new era. Let's look at the last 2 years, the advent of COVID and the work situation. There has been a paradigm shift. Before now, we won't be talking about mental health issues. COVID has brought about the increase of deaths. But in the Western world, all those things have been identified. And then now, put up programs to deal with some of these issues. One of such programs which I have been making part of over the years of the consultant is what is called employee assistance program. What is this employee assistance program? To deal with the mental issues personnel and workers bring to the workplace. When they have dealt with activities, what? Are we doing that here in this part of the world? In fact, I was consulting with one organization, national organization in Nigeria. They provided these services for their foreigners. For the Nigerians, don't enjoy it. I will tell you against. Don't we all have mental health issues? Don't we all bring them to the workplace? Who is taking care of those things? Remember what we know. You've been free to go to very true. or does it cause more problem? This is high time we started interrogating our own way of doing things, knowing that they are not producing the right result. It's only a foolish man who made something and keep expecting different results. Of the personnel here who have been suspended for one reason or the other, who have been queried for one reason or the other, change. Because our purpose is going to change to produce the right result. Is there any other way we can do things so that employees will have a sense of belonging? Because if you meet their needs halfway, okay, they won't be fooled. And that is why we have what's called unions fighting for the right of their money, for their feeling that you have to make some. And most are they don't respond as a way. And then say that's what industrial action. No, industrial action is this. When they go on industrial action, people say the economy says. Now, government will come back to deal with some of those issues if they need before that issue. Why are they not to deal with these issues? Because they're going to work. So that is from the organizational perspective. The organization will go a long way in instituting agencies or programs that will deal with mental health of their employees. That way, their community will work. Then what about from the employee's perspective? It's pretty important. And I mentioned something before. When you go to an organization and you discover that you have goals coming, you're not having with that of organizational goals. It's a source of conflict. Take it wrong. You won't fix it. But circumstances of coexistence will not allow it. We need to survive. You graduate no job. So you can do more than that. There is what they call hypostress. Hypostress evaluate because some people are doing job, they think they have whatever one to do. They don't have any choice. They are just there. Bored by whatever they do. That's how there are so many negative emotions. You know, it's a big issue. We can also give it by changing our goal. If you come to the organization, you discover that probably you are getting higher, but you not get that opportunity, you redefine your goal so that you can be able to function optimally, depending on where you have the opportunity to explore. These are some of the issues. And all of them have a little bit of personality dimension to it. And a lot of person we have. And the people that people have been able to have still a lot of people know self-care, suffer a lot of emotional problems while working with themselves. Now, people say that working on the emotion and your esteem. Now, people with high self-esteem tend to adapt to adverse circumstances because they can always adjust. But when you have those self-esteem, we are looking at everything working against. Now, there are some people also with certain personality traits, stress-resilient traits. These are people that define their purpose. These are people that know what they want. And they're now trying to adjust to the situation and achieve their goal. Virtually, no situation is either good or bad. The interpretation you give to it is good or bad.
Oh, wow. I think these are definitely opened up more questions than answers. We definitely have questions, don't we? Do you have any questions for the online audience? Dr. Kari, Thank you very much. This definitely raises a lot of questions, but we have to. Online, one of the major stresses in youth. I'm going to open it to all three of you, so you all take a turn. One of the major stresses in youth is work overload due to inadequate manpower. How can management help others? Needless to say, this is from a member of the nursing services, so we all know probably the prime beneficiaries of work overload due to inadequate manpower. Hands up who's going to take the first turn. Thank you, sir.
But thank you very much for that kind of a question. Actually, sometimes the staff have certain expectations that are not met. Beyond the overburden, beyond the workload, beyond the trial, beyond the inadequate staff, beyond the fact that the asset allowance, shift allowance, policy allowance are not paid as well, or they feel that some colleagues are taking. I was in Nairobi for 1 or 2 weeks, and I tried to interact with the MP, and I had a lot of other things. A large chunk of the nurses there are going, not for pharmacists are leaving. And the concern is that some individuals have beyond some of the people that are listed. Now, if let me show you, if someone is working in the theater for ICT and is working 12 hours, and that individual is unable to go out to eat, and the management, the hospital management cannot provide dinner, tea break, lunch for that individual, then that person will not be able to provide the best service. Suppose the management doesn't have the best of care. Suppose they partner with other individuals, organizations out there that we have extra number of staff in this sector, ICU theater, emergency psychiatry, and so on and so forth. That will mean that some staff, when during COVID, no people don't even go home at all to remember what we are doing. So if at that point in time, the management, of course you have a budget constraint, and sometimes the staff does not appreciate the fact that we are current and capital expenditure. And the CNDC man are also constrained. But sometimes there's a breakdown of communication. The unions are taking for members of staff, but and they also bring forth some of those information. If you bring forth where will the money come from, and you're able to bring to the fore management that yes, you provided XYZ amount of money as a current expenditure for our staff. Now we need more resources to meet them. Suppose we partner with something, if you want to do something like this one, if you write the next for this time, you might be able to get support, and that will be part of their corporate social responsibility. They will pay their staff, they will be able to live up with it, and they have certain benefits that after again and talk more told the staff. They find to go to that, I think it's currently the queue for this. What I'm going to Canada, I'm going to go to Canada today, maybe because of that I'm not there. You have to pay through your own staff. You can't get more money to go to. But kind of people are now moving out from Canada now to US and Canada. So if the environment is conducive, if can adapt it, so to say, if the environment is not us, because the environment is toxic, and those staff can see the environment as not conducive, as not therapeutic, as being toxic, no matter what you do. If you employ them today, if you engage them today, no matter what you do, you have to do. So let's do everything possible to open all kinds of communication, to provide to the app for the staff, to link up with other, private partners who can assist us. And then how you possible that our staff are giving, let us be, kind of this to find out what are they doing, what can we do to send it. I think that was assist us with the time.
Very good. So a few weeks ago, that's a young man saying, Kaka. I said, what is this Kaka doing? Nothing's going on with the Islam. Now start with the Rajab and Lord. I agree. I said, it's going to be what Kaka. He said, the people that way for emigrating, it's a very serious problem. In my department, within the last 2 years, about 6 to 7 consultants have left. Resident doctors, the nurses are very few, and so people they can't afford that. Now I'm not the prophet of doom, but the problem will continue. It is beyond reach. It is beyond reach. Don't let us deceive ourselves. One of my colleagues was appointed medical director of a neuropsychiatric hospital recently. And after 6 months, we met in the postgraduate college as examiners. The whole of his years are not like, I said, what is happening? You are not what that to employ even a nurse or a doctor, he has to get permission from 6 government agencies. The Federal Minister of Finance, the Federal Minister of Health, the Budget Office, the auditors, the federal character. And if it fails in any of these, I can go to jail. I said, oh, yeah, I don't envy you. Let us, I want us to understand what this executive go through. And there have been a lot of embargo employment. Except, that's why I said, it's not any organization. It's actually, we have to still be appealing to the government. And greater crisis is coming. For instance, in the last few years, as an examiner, the number of applicants have been reducing drastically. Because they don't even care taking our authority. They just expensive here. So it is a government from the government has to realize that a special concession has to be given to the health sector to relieve this embargo on employment and make the environment conducive. Some people are going, they are even not because of the period. It's because of the conducive environment. Every time I always a mixture of sadness and happiness. Sadness is when are we going to get to this level? So it's a holistic problem that has to be tackled nationally. As a matter of fact, stakeholders, conference, have to be involved. And it's not only in that sector. In ICT, engineering, every sector of society, all the young people are going. Not only young people, even some people, they are also living. So the country needs to sit up and make policies to encourage people to stay. And there are so many things that need to be put in place. Some people are living because of insecurity. Some people are living because of the decayed infrastructure. So it's beyond every single institution. It has to be a government deliberate policy to look into all these aspects of our well-being. Thank you very much.
People also didn't understand that they are taking the way we are. Now, please, I'm sure that okay. Now, the nation here is this. Studies have shown that 2 major factors predict on in this kind of setting. One of them is work overload. The other one is role ambiguity. That is exactly what is going on currently. Because if a nurse who is supposed to take care of 2 patients, taking care of 3 patients, what do you think will happen? Now, when they are worked out, you reduce their productivity and quality of care. That means we are shooting ourselves in both ends. We're talking about not enough. Now, the ones on ground are going down. Where does that lead us? What I said is beyond Luth. So maybe we bring some of these issues to the government and let them think about it.
Thank you very much. Now that, all of that addresses about 2 or 3 questions that I have here. Same questions are different between. I don't particularly without the question, I'm sure you understand that lots of things are already addressed. But there are not 3 questions that address this next topic. Management's position on overbearing bosses who obviously make things worse for subordinates. I appreciate this lecture, but what do we do? How do we solve the problem at the workplace when hierarchy has been clouded and leaders, and they are not doing what is right and they are trying to impress the younger ones and not showing the right attitude? I think we agree that it's more or less the same question. So again, can we address that? This time, very short, because the questions are highly over.
Well, I think if you understand what we call antinomies of progress, hierarchy won't be there anyway. Because hierarchy suggests that you are specialized. You have some level of skill set that are necessary. Now, what could be done for overturning leaders and bosses is to train, retrain, and have in place audits that they are doing what they need to do. If you are delegating, you delegate with authority, and there are measures to also evaluate the performance of that individual who address himself or herself as bosses rather than as leader. And at the end of the day, if you are unable to carry your subordinate as colleagues, then something is wrong. Don't forget, it's like a lion that if it's young and viral, he will do everything, but as he's growing older, he will soon wither and his power will wither. The young one will take over and hyena will eat that lion blood. So we need to be very careful about the position we have today. That position is ephemeral, is vanity or conformity. So we need to remember that one day we will also leave that office. We need to see that our colleagues are treated well. But even when they go wrong, we should have a way of correcting them in a way that they will appreciate what it means to key into the organizational group. That was my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think in my experience, I've been head of the department several times a week. There are some things I need to point out when it comes to barbarian boss. Sometimes even the subordinates can be problematic. They don't look at their own sides of the problem. But I always encourage leaders to be not interactive with people working under them. I don't see leadership as boss subordinate. It should be an interactive. Your people working under you should be able to work up to you. You extend their problems and you solve together. Now, very importantly, the annual performance for review. There's a space there. Where if the worker disagrees with the native of the boss, you can state it there. And the manager will look into this, why this disagreement. That's another check and balance. Then again, I'm aware for some time, the management of Luth has always been organizing annual retreats for heads of department. And they've always been emphasizing leadership styles and mode of leadership that should be given. And I think the management should keep this up. They should not allow financial constraint to stop this annual retreat for head of departments and heads of units. It's quite informative and quite helpful for people. We are human beings. We can carry the tendency. Dr. May mentioned something about personality. We carry a personality to work. We carry it to leadership. And we train and we correct training on leadership. This can be ameliorated to a large extent. And I'm happy even Dr. Roberts, the head of Sandico Building. She was so enlightened as part of the panel. The leadership traits and responsibilities that can be very germane and good to the followers. Thank you.
Well, let me look at it this way. Wait, is anybody more with leadership quality? No. But you may have some leadership trait in us that if not activated, we can give it no use. And what are the factors that can make you not to do the betweens? And that's what we're talking about, our experience with the people of Nigeria. Some people felt that when they were younger, they were suppressed. Like that. Now it is their turn. They are going to pay back. Now, what do you want? Do they really know what their position is? When you get to a position of leadership, remember, my focus is on effective what? Leadership, not leadership. An effective leader is someone who mobilizes the respective under both personnel and other to achieve what? The goal. And that begins to call to question, how do we do that? We stand in our high horse and watch others who are under us to serve us. As a leader, you serve the others because you have the direct mandate to achieve the goal. And if we can't mobilize your work to achieve that goal, you have failed. That is not to forget the fact that there are some persons with personality difference. And they are in positions of what? Leadership. How do we deal with them here? What I have noticed is that we want a blind eye until something goes wrong. And that's what I'm saying. We begin now to be our brother's one. Because that person with that condition will know that to become. But people are not knows. And nobody is saying what? Until they have destroyed something. Those are so many things I could say. There must be a conscious effort that addresses it. Because there's already another expectation when you write comfort the leader. Okay? Now, prevention, somebody that is writing has some mental health issues and preventing.
I'm going to stop right there because you have started to answer a question, but I want to give you questions and just hold the thoughts and the Bible. So, they're here. How do HODs recognize basic symptoms of depression? How do you intervene? Hold it. The one that I like, what are the protocols or policies in Luth for staff identified to have mental challenges, but the staff does not have insight, and the challenge is affecting patient care and other staff? That was the question I read that I wanted you to answer. Then what is the way forward? Raising a red flag when observed that our colleague has behavioral child changing. Hold it. And how do we identify pathological stress as opposed to because of an individual passing through mental health and at the same time avoiding stigma? How do we help such an individual? So since you started asking the questions, I thought I better I started asking the questions, I thought I better ask them quickly. And so starting from the outside in one
Thank you. You know what the projects come and and well-being. Now, what we have discovered that because they know we do those things. Okay? They know they will go and feed themselves outside. And they go into remission. Then they come and do that screen. And they are gotten. Then when they come in, the job will hit them as a stressor, the breaker. It becomes an issue. Now there is no policy portfolio based on my what experience because people their mental health is very, very hard. And here the silent treatment is there. No people talk about. That is the time I have two solutions. They are not going to say it. If you are noticing that something is wrong with your body, go and report their what? Patient. Call the person and have a chat. And we have started with that. And something required to work. staff living, but they don't usually do that until the person breaks down. So maybe there's going to be a conscious effort by the management to find that stigma. Because our issue here is what? Stigma. Once you have labeled somebody that has mental health issue, you know exactly what we mean by that. Nobody wants, people who live that change. And that is one of the things none of them will want to. But if you want, and the management to cancel for the mental well-being of their what? Employees, if they are going to maintain the productivity and serviceability. So my solution is simply three. Probably the staff meeting is not out. Let me come up with an EAP program, employee assistance program. That is independent of going down in the loops. That way, people can be able to go there, looking at and maintain a good balance.
Well, for me, I think it's important for us to destigmatize those kind of things. Now, not very big already, because if there are no ways by social report, that might also bring a good problem. But you see, when you stigmatize, it also leads to discrimination. The way you treat such individuals also leads to. Now, you see, there are quite a number of stories that we don't have that. But I think basically, like I've been said, individuals have their own strengths and weaknesses. Before they come to work, when they come to work, before they retire, when they're also growing, before they get married, after they get married, when they are promoted, but these pressures continue to mount on individuals. Now, if someone is also at risk menopause or whatever it is, that also challenging that also come up another time. But like I've said before, if there are eligible policy to identify such and not to see them as outcasts, I'm quite sure they can receive money, can wellness fee, they can do whatever it is, and then we have the details that who go there from time to time to assist the and step program to the job, wellness with that. But if there are no committed in the establishment who to that effect, if there are no stakeholders engagement, I mean, if we don't reach out to whosoever can assist that kind of announcement infrastructure, we just establish for establishment's sake, and there will be nothing that will see the light of the there. So if there are continuous effort and there is delivery by that government, administration, and it can partner with other people, I'm quite sure the interest of the welfare of staff is paramount in the mind of the organization. I think a lot can be brought down. That will be my approach. Thank you.
My approach here is the general staff needs to be educated because they know the condition of mental illness in their colleagues. But in psychiatry, we majorly divide psychiatric illnesses to two major subcategories. The common mental illnesses, which are the minor mental illnesses like anxiety, mild depression, mild stress-related disorders. Individuals can be suffering this and be solely confined to him or her. Others may not know because it's not affecting this behavior adversely. But the major psychiatric illnesses, which are the psychosis, they are the ones of important concern in this type of organization. Because those are the ones that can lead to obvious immoral changes and interrelationship problems and productivity problems. For instance, what are the red flags? When individuals observe, able to be hearing voices or seeing people, seeing cases other people cannot see, talking to himself like alone, or smiling or laughing to himself. And some behavioral changes like being hostile or necessarily hostile or aggressive, with or without provocation. These are red flags that the individual will be suffering from a major psychiatric illness. And this recommendation should be taught to the generality of the staff. Now, as Dr. Uwe mentioned and Professor Badi, the major problem and which is an issue, is the stigma. We need to be enlightening, destigmatizing psychiatric illnesses. I often tell people psychiatric illnesses are just like other physical illnesses. Some people will give disorders and will be receiving treatment for psychiatric illness. As long as it's functioning well, you will not grow. But the day you grow, your attitude changes to that individual. If he has cause to laugh, say, you tolerance them. This has been quite stable. If he has reason to be angry, and he's angry, they feel ashamed. All these are stigmatizing statements. So it is our responsibility not to stigmatize the psychiatrically ill people. Now, there have been a lot of concerted efforts by our department. For instance, we have a special clinic meant only for the staff and their relatives. They don't have to come together where we run our clinic. The clinic is domiciled in Luth here, where staff with mental health challenges and their relatives can walk in to avail themselves of mental health services. At the same time, there was a clinic in conjunction with Professor Bakwe. We were to carry out the research on psychiatric aspect of heart failure, and I saw that quite a number of patients had some mental health issues. And that was the beginning of we running joint clinic in the cardiology clinic. We wrote to the management to get permission to be running psychiatric clinic along with the cardiology clinic, and that has helped a lot. Quite a number of patients that were consistent to come to see us in Yaba, who are seeing them when they come for their routine clinic in cardiology, they will see us also the psychiatrists, step back, they see us at the same time. And I think one of these type of clinics can be established in other clinics so that psychiatric services can be running acceptably with all these other clinics. And this will highly stigmatize mental illness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now there are two more questions. One is 3-1. I thought we said we are not taking any more questions. Oh, definitely, it should be done. We're given a time check. So there's a 3-1 question which talks about our game. This will be the second question, but the one that I think we want to address, but it's the first time somebody is raising this question. How can an institution like Luth incorporate policies that will enhance effective learning to all students? Bearing in mind that Luth has about 9 schools who are facing mental challenges in the course of their studies, such as depression, so that they will not also return their certificate after they have graduated. Return your certificate to get 500,000 naira. So how can we as an institution policies, or do we have effective policies that can address mental health challenges among students? I will quickly ask the second question, which again we are asking that, and it relates to availability of materials to work, transport, work, and accommodation. I think you have answered that anywhere where you said there are some things that are beyond this management. Is to, let's say, the board of students. And also you talk of students. Let's start with College of Medicine. The College of Medicine over the years have been very much concerned about the mental well-being of students. And the set up the committee, I was very chair of that committee to fashion out policies to take care of the psychological and mental well-being of the students. And that gave birth to the counseling unit established by the College of Medicine over the years. But unfortunately, this issue of stigmatization thinking, students were not coming. And it became a big problem. I'm not sure whether Professor Bankole is still around and Dr. May, they are members of this committee. And we brainstormed before the onset of the ASU strike about how to overcome this problem. So one of the things we came up with is to work through concert through their union. And we were about achieving a lot before the
institution was shut down. So we want to be working through their union now. It is their union that can penetrate them and bring students with mental health problems to the fore for us to handle. Then I don't know how the school of nursing is doing, but I think the principal should give ourselves a round of applause. The school of nursing, they have been trying a lot. I don't know how they have been, but we will learn from them. They have been so much enlightened about mental health problem of their students. And over the years, they always bring their students with mental health problems at very early stage. So I don't know the policy they have, but we need to understand it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Well, the main campus where we are playing faculties. The university senate are decentralized. So all faculties are supposed to have student support system, wherein we have a counseling unit, and you have a counselor that is there, either who is trained, whose experience to deal with all the issues of students. And some of them that may not come there will go to the counseling unit of the university, wherein you don't need to say to that person than the counselor. You don't need to talk if you don't want to talk to them. And confidentially, they will deal with all kinds of issues. And I can tell you for free, there was a client that we dealt with. I think it was actually, he had quite a number of challenges that they had to deal with, tires and all of that. So, but today, I can tell you, as the individual that I mentioned, that we try to save the person's life, stay with me for about 6 months. Today, this person is doing a doctoral program in University of Cape Town, the best university in Africa. So we try to do a number of things at home. We give some support to them without even letting them to know. We've been working on trying to or through the government, through the bonds, through the student union, and so on and so forth. And every year, we try to get that kind of and we solicit for assistance. There was one that visually that also had mental challenge and a lot parents and so on and so on. So we have quite a number of them like that. Very issues, and some of them, if they trust you, they will to live well with you. And ethically, as long as they know that you know what lives, that relationship that you have fostered, they will also bring in quite a number of other friends of theirs. Some of them have breast issues, they have cervical cancer, all manners of issues that are making them to be inadequate with their bodies. But when you observe that XYZ are taking care of, they now come to the police for free. We can say that the main camp was up there. There are quite a number of deliberate policy to assist individuals who have physical, mental, and social challenges. That I think we're doing. Thank you.
Okay, let me address this from Unilag perspective and school of nursing perspective, which have been involved. Now, in Unilag, we have a counseling unit. Now, when the mental health issue became overwhelming, a committee was formed to bring counseling services to the students. Now, what we do, every faculty that has is set residents and working whenever they're under pressure. And it's beginning to work before the shutdown. Okay. Now, apart from that, School of Nursing here adopted a measure. And that is, once they bring in their students, they bring them for psychological screening. I was doing it until the time we came to overwhelming. Now, when we screen them, we identify the red flags and let them know that, oh, there are red flags here, red flags here. I know they have a closed line. So they monitor those things. So when the pressure of academic work feed them, they break down, they can easily report. So they have a secret which they see as their own. Okay? So they can easily go there and make anyone confident. So let's say that other institutions and that information protection should bring such closeness to their students. Maybe during the point of time they will spring, then they have a counseling unit, students are working with without stigma,
and express themselves very successfully.
Thank you very much. So shortly, just have a policy about the schools and what we need to do, probably advertise it a little better so that all the students are aware. Ladies and gentlemen, all those things must come to an end. And I know the discussion has been very exciting, very robust, very interactive. We had a series of questions. I will deliberately because I think some of these questions need to be included in the communication management and things that are still going to be addressed. So it's an ongoing conversation. And I hand over to Dr. Kameen to round up. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Douglas, and to everyone present. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And on the final note, I just want to ask you, what should be the minimum frequency of both psychological, psychiatric, and social assessment of workers in Luth? What should be the minimum frequency of assessment? Should it be the yearly exercise, 3 monthly, 6 monthly? So just give us in just 1 minute.
That's a very good question because individual have situation and different. Yeah, so well, give and take. Everybody needs to know the emotional stability at every point in time. I know because of doing this is not cheap. Okay, but if it is possible, I can say once in a year because I kind of work with the pilots here. I screen them once in a year before their license are renewed. Okay, that also mean that in between they're not going to have what stresses. So, but at least if you know that something is coming within a year, you could share.
Thank you. I also get that we have an intake in that when a worker wants into the hospital setting or facility, you do an intake assessment for that individual. And it all depends on what it can also be done there, especially when the person is marking his or her birthday. That will serve as a reminder that even if nothing is wrong, that he or she will remember that, oh, okay, when you birthday, don't do it assessment or assessment. And the other thing is, I know that you have to take your car every 3 months or 6 months, whether there's anything or not. That might be my own suggestion. Thank you.
Very much. I was totally agree with hearing study. Since we also see apart from hearing to increase our productivity. And in the past 3 years, the Master of Lagos also instituted a policy where staff are sent to the University Center to the hearing study. So it can be very cheap. I'm sure the problem because of the number of instruments that we use. Pen and paper type of tests can be used as instruments, and those that score above the cutoff and show a class, they can be further subjected to further either diagnosis or further scrutiny with complicated students. Thank
you so much. Summarily, we have employee assisted program as the recommendations from the expert. We have strategies to attack. And lastly, we have a yearly psychological, social, and psychiatric assessment. And I'm happy the management, the representative of management is able to us. After today, we have to start working on that. Program. Please do this and I'll give you psychological.
Please keep their thoughts going. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a wonderful session. We've learned so much, and I'm sure things very relevant to each and every one of us, whether we are heads of department, whether we are staff, whether we are students. These are take-homes that we need to know. And now, once you know that you are nearing your break point, know that there is help. You can actually access help without stigmatization in growth. Now that I can say confidently, by the time you go to just open up or walk to the psychiatric clinic at second floor, outpatient building. You can discuss with any of the psychiatrists there, or you go to staff clinic and see Dr. Omer, and it will be done confidentially without a third party hearing, a third party that doesn't have to hear. The management can be a third party because the management knows and hears everything, but it will be the needed and the required third party that will hear. So thank you all very much for attending the second run of the lecture series. We have the third run shortly. Dr. Karim, when is the third run? Next month, we will get the date across to you. I'm sure you won't want to miss it. The first forum was a wow, postural challenges. Now we're talking about mental health. And the third one is going to deal with retirement. We have to retire one day. We must plan for it. So I'm sure I'll see all of you and many more at the third run. For some of our staff and HODs that have not mentioned, thank you for coming. We have Dr. Yaku in the house. I don't know if he's still around. Dr. Ruby, Ms. Tade, and Ms. Tijani, Dr. Edewo, Mr. Shoba. Thank you all for all the senior staff, all categories of staff that I have not mentioned, the students, thank you everyone here present, and especially all those online. We appreciate you. You've been online on our Instagram, on our social media handle, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Those in online. This series was online also on our Instagram. Luth info, Luth official info. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube at Luth official info. Check us out on Twitter and Luth official info. Thank you. I'll call on the representative of the management, Dr. Boy. So please give us the closing remarks and we close officially for today. Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me on behalf of the medical director, was a busybody, and the CMAC, was who are very upset, but I will just spirit and technology. I'm sure we all had a very interesting discussion. I will just shake my head here when I was listening to our panelists. So let me thank the panelists. Thank you very much, sir. Our moderator, thank you, Nancy. We always a vision to build in modern states with openness. I think the take-home lesson here is, I don't know whether we ask one side, what is the difference between mental illness and idiosyncrasy? Because when it comes to one thing I don't want to have, my boss is doing the secret. Is that the secret or my boss is mentally ill? I think that's our starting point. I think our take-home is that we should be our governance. No secret thing, we should speak out, and I would just want the managers to play a summary of this and tell it to management so I can tell it to CMD and they can send it to CMD and they can work on some of their suggestions that will help
our members of staff. Let me also thank the Director of Administration. Here is online. Today online, and also below. So it shows you how interested management is. CMAT, TAM is online monitoring what we're doing. So on behalf of the management, I want to thank everybody for your sacrifice. That's what we use. That's the right word. Everybody's going beyond the call of duty to keep Luth going. So this management, it's simply appreciate this. We're very soon, hopefully by God's grace, a lot of these issues will be addressed. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.
Everybody there,